No, Google and Amazon is not about to move to a town like that. Now, I don't know much about the town, but just from the looks of it, it's not much, going on, doesn't look like. And this is the case for a lot of rural states and rural cities around the United States. However, they could have more factories, open up within the city. They could have more other infrastructure that could be built within certain cities. However, what we're seeing right now within the country, we're seeing a lot of factories shutting down. We're seeing a lot of layoffs. A lot of jobs are downsizing and moving out and, moving to bigger cities and moving, to other cities and other states. And it's really, really affecting a lot of the cities within rural America. And we've seen it across the board with farmers. We've seen it across the board with a lot of the industries that are heavily reliant upon, labor, skilled labor and work that people, show up. And you have towns like this who probably only have like one factory, which everybody within the town normally tries to work at. And you're seeing those factories shut down. It sucks. And I'm not specifically talking about the board. And even as we dive deeper into like certain cities around the United States, right? It's very interesting to see how rural America is unfolding right now across the entire states right now, because you have companies like Kroger who are laying off and shutting down a lot of their services. And you also have plenty other factories, plenty other facilities. And I'm not saying that every single city is losing their factories, right? But you have big companies, right? So this Kroger layoff, they shut down a facility over in Oklahoma City, which delivers a lot of the food to a lot of these rural cities that are surrounded by Oklahoma. And of course, we know Oklahoma is not a super heavy city in terms of, infrastructure. But I mean, Oklahoma City specifically is the capital. So, I mean, yes, they have a lot within that city. Anyways, when we dive into it, they shut down, right? They abruptly announced their Tuesday layoff, and then they're going to continue the operations, I think, all the way up until next year of January of 2026. But it just sucks, guys. Like, when you look at it and to see that people still support a lot of these policies, and honestly, we don't know what specifically they are, losing and what caused them to shut down a lot of these services. But we do know that companies like Kroger, companies like Walmart, companies like Target are really dealing with heavy, higher expenses, right? Like, they're dealing with a lot of the tariff costs. They're dealing with a lot of economic uncertainty. And then you also got the food stamps shut down, which happened during the government shutdown a couple weeks ago. All of these things are piling up on top of these companies, which is causing them to make tough decisions over and over and over again. But by all means, this whole layoff that Kroger decided to do, it probably could be not even linked to any of the economic policies that are going on. However, you still have to consider that these layoffs, the decisions that they made is going to affect a lot of cities within rural America, regardless of how you want to look at it.
What are you seeing happening with prices today?
Oh, they sky high. I mean, even just in a short period of time, the produce has gone up. Everything has gone up. And, I have a stable job, and a lot of days I'm really thinking hard about what I'm purchasing. I'm buying more store brands, and if it's not on sale and if I don't have a coupon, I'm really loath to buy it unless it's something I really need or want.
It's worrisome. I don't know. Do they ever go down? Once they go up, do they ever go down?
No, and that's the most powerful thing that, we heard on that entire interview, because that's the big thing. When they go up, they never going to go back down, right? We can talk about inflation is slowing down and, we brought the cost of eggs down specifically. Oh, we brought the cost of, gas and oil down. But when you look at the overall cost and overall cost of living with inflation, yeah, you can bring down inflation numbers from 7% down to 2 and 3%, whatever the case is. I think it was at 9% in the height of President Biden's run. But at the same time, you can bring inflation down. That doesn't mean prices are coming back down. It just means that they're going up at a slower rate. And when I see videos of Trump coming out and saying, oh, we're in the greatest economy and everything is great and amazing, that contradicts everything. And that is the result of why so many people in his approval rating is dropping right now. Like, his approval rating is through the ground right now, especially with all the Epstein, with all the just lies. Like, just be honest and say, yeah, the grocery prices, and we saw videos of JD Vance say it already. He's saying, yeah, grocery prices are, they are high right now, but we're working to get it down. That's all the people want to hear. That's it, right? Acknowledge the issue and don't lie and make it seem like, oh, we're crazy. We're losing our mind. That's really all the people want to hear. But anyways, on the flip side, you also got farmers who are dealing with a lot of these policies within rural America as well.
Why not just hire people from here?
Yeah, so we would love to hire people from here. The reality is we can't find the numbers of people here. We're in a rural area, number one. Number two, this is hard work. It is difficult work. And there are lots of people that are not willing to do it.
There is a clear directive from the administration that they want mass deportation. That is impacting then our labor force. Is that what I'm understanding?
It's absolutely impacting the labor force, and the president said so himself. He said the aggressive raids are hurting our farmers. Somewhere between 50 and 60% of our farm labor workforce is undocumented immigrants. If we were to deport them all overnight, then that's 60% of the workforce. That means higher prices for them at the grocery store.
Absolutely. And I also see people in the comment section, and she also made a comment like that as well. Why don't you pay them more? Oh, they won't do it because they have to pay Americans more money or whatever the case is, right? What do y'all think this job requires? What do you think is the pay that they should be paid to work out and pick within the farms right now? Like, what do you think the pay should be? Right? Like, I see all these comments and people say, oh, they should pay the American workers. Think about the job itself. You're going out there grabbing, and I'm not saying it's super easy, but what I am saying is it's not a super highly skilled labor job. On top of the fact that where the returns within the farming industry are not sky high and through the roof right now as it is alone. I'm not even talking about from trade deals. I'm just talking about the pure farming industry over the past few decades. It's not a super massive profitable business. Yeah, you can make a lot of money and you can make money from it. But when we talk about paying workers more, you have to factor all these different things in. And I'm not a farming expert. I'm not about to come out here and make it seem like, oh, I know everything about farming. But what I can tell you is every single business pays its workers based on the output that they are receiving from all of the sales and all of the revenue and all the profit that they are bringing. They're not intentionally, trying to underpay workers. Most of them, well, not even most of them, a lot of them aren't intentionally trying to underpay workers. But at the same time, I don't know. I guess it depends on the factory. It depends on the farm. It depends on what kind of business we're talking about. And specifically on this end right here, you have people who are, they have applications open for a long time. People can go out and work on these farms, but they choose to not go out there and work and just say, oh, the immigrants are stealing all the jobs. That is the whole talking point, which is absolutely not true within America today.